Welcome back to the next problem on series of concentrated loads. So the problem states that a series of concentrated loads as shown in the figure below rolls from the left to the right of the girder of span 15 meters. 40 kilonewton load is leading. For a section 4 meters from left support, determine maximum bending moment and maximum shear force. So for this given problem over here, we have to calculate the maximum bending moment and the maximum shear force. Now let us first calculate maximum shear force, that is positive and negative both. Okay. So firstly for positive shear force, so the influence line diagram for shear force is as shown below. For the maximum positive shear force, the tail of the load should be on point C. So here the tail is 20, the behind load is 20 kilonewton. Place that load on C point and rearrange other loads. So here 5 loads are there, so we will be having the 5 ordinates, and we are calculating for positive. So the upper triangular, that is the RA reaction influence diagram, is useful for us. Using this, calculate the ordinates of Z1, Z2, Z3, Z4 and Z5 using the similar triangles. So these are the ordinates for the values of Z from Z1 to Z5. Next, maximum positive shear force is given by what? Load multiplied by its respective ordinates, multiply by the load with its respective ordinates, and calculate. After doing the calculation, we will get it as 117.82 kilo Newton. Okay, this is for maximum positive shear force. Next, let us calculate for maximum negative shear force at C. So for maximum negative shear force at C, the thing is, we have to calculate, or we have to place the head of the load at point C. So placing the head of the load at point C and rearranging the loads, here the distance between A and C, is just 4 meters. Okay, in this 4 meters, if I keep 40 kilonewton on C, only 3 loads can occupy this 4 meters. That is, this is 2 meter, that is 40 kilonewton, 50 kilonewton and this 60 kilonewton. Whereas this 60, another 60 and 20 kilonewton will be out of the beam, because the whatever you have placed over here, only 4 meters distance is there. You have to consider only that much part of the value, or only that part of load which is fitting are 4 meters. Whatever is out of the section, need not worry about it. We are not going to consider it for calculation part. Okay, now let us solve for this given the considered problem. Negative shear force, so the bottom influence line diagram, that which is nothing but RB, is calculated. So we are having Z1, Z2 and Z3. Calculate using the influence line diagram as well as your similar triangles Z1, Z2 and Z3. So maximum negative shear force at C is given by load multiplied by its values. So calculate the loads and the values and you will get it as 24.7 kilo Newton. Here we are doing one more trial for positive shear force. Why we are doing one more trial for positive shear force is because this 20 kilonewton is lighter than 60 kilonewton. In the previous problems, we had the last load either equal to the second load or it was heavier than the previous load. Since this load is lighter than the second load, we will go for one more trial. Now we will place this. Now we will place the 60 kilonewton on C part and we'll go for the calculations. Okay, now check over here. The except 20, all these ordinates will be having the positive ordinates. Only 20 kilonewton will be having the negative ordinate. Okay, because it is what you say, because this 20 kilonewton will be contributing for the negative shear force, not for the positive shear force. The loads which come in the span of C to B only will be contributing to the positive shear force, and the loads will be coming in between the section A to C will be contributing towards the negative shear force. So now let us calculate the values for the ordinates for Z1 till Z5. For Z5, the larger triangle will be the base is AC. For Z1 to Z4, the base is CB. Okay, only that check you have to take into consideration. Okay, so these are the values for Z1 till Z5. Now maximum positive shear force, loads multiplied with their ordinates. Here only 20 kilonewton is having the negative ordinate. Substitute the negative ordinate and calculate the value. Here you will get it as 120.94 kilonewton. Now if you compare when 20 kilonewton was placed at point C and 16 kilonewton was placed at point C, which of these two values gave the maximum shear force? When 20 was placed, we got the shear force as 117.82, but when C was placed, we got the value of shear force as 120.94. Therefore, we always go with the higher value of shear force. By comparing both these values, we come to the conclusion that 120.94 is the maximum positive shear force at point C. Now next, let us calculate maximum bending moment at C. As we know, we have to find that load which converts the heavier section to the lighter section and the lighter section towards the heavier section. How we do? We allow one load by another load to roll over point C and check the average loads in AC section and CB section, compare the values of them, and then come to and remark whether which section is heavier. And we do this on the trial basis till that heavier section changes to the lighter section. So let us first, since 40 kilonewton is the load that is heading, so first let us allow that 40 kilonewton to move from about point C. So the load 40 kilonewton moves in CB section, and these are the average values you get. So we will be getting the so we can conclude from these 2 points that AC section is greater than CB section. Next, allow the 50 kilonewton to roll point C. The time is that 50 will go to CB section. Okay, still we find that AC is greater than CB. Then we will allow next 60 kilonewton to pass point C. This makes in CB section 3 loads, that is 60, 50 and 40. Okay, and we will calculate this ratios. Once we calculate the ratio, we find out that AC is greater than CB. Nextly, when we see, next we again allow the second 60 kilonewton to pass point C. When the second 60 kilonewton passes point C, the only one load will be present in AC section, and that is 20 kilonewton. Okay, once we see that, we can after doing the calculation, we can come to the conclusion that AC section from heavier section it has become to lighter section, and similarly CB, though it was lighter, it became the heavier section. Okay, now we come to the conclusion that maximum bending moment occurs when the second load of 60 kilonewton passes point C. So the influence line diagram for bending moment at C is given as follows. So I am placing the second 60 kilonewton load at point C and I will be calculating the ordinates. Now since you know that the maximum load should be placed at point C, and that maximum load gives the maximum ordinate, and that ordinate is given by AB divided by L. Okay, so this is the influence line diagram, and the calculations for the values of Z's. Then the maximum bending moment at C is given by load multiplied by its ordinate values. After doing the calculation, we will get the answer as 533.3 kilonewton meter. Okay, thank you.